With a new building in place and a robust membership, programs were created to best serve the community. One new program that was created was called the Monster Meetings.
The Monster Meetings started as an evangelistic outreach to young black men. And Thomas E. Taylor brought pastors in, businessmen that had faith, to talk to them about their character, about their own faith, about what was really important, their purpose, why God created them.
Kansas native Faburn DeFrance took over as the director of the Senate Avenue YMCA in 1916. He would prove to be an innovative and influential leader. One program he expanded to maximize community impact was the Monster Meetings.
The Monster Meetings started off as just under Mr. Taylor, a local, mostly religious meeting. And DeFrance was the one who switched it over to something that was more political. There were movie stars, politicians, administrators at universities around the country. And so there was no stopping the number of people who came. And there was no particular group of people who came. They were from all walks of life.
Some of the individuals who came to speak here included Olympian Jesse Owens, included poet Countee Cullen, who came here in 1927. You had Dr. Charles Drew. You would have individuals like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who would speak here in 1958. And sometimes women spoke as well. Eleanor Roosevelt spoke here spoke at a Monster Meeting in 1953.
And the Monster Meeting would generally have maybe 1,000 people, maybe more. And they would talk about these issues before this large audience.
I think having these national figures come in and talk about these big issues that were then being reflected in the local community, they were usually going to include a call to action. There's no question that the Monster Meetings directly led to more community activism.
I hope people realize that there's so much more to themselves, to their city, to its history than what they may have been taught or may have always understood.
The legacy of the Senate Avenue YMCA continues in the Ortho Indy Foundation YMCA. And in 2019, it was decided to bring the Monster Meetings back to the community.
When the concept of bringing back Monster Meetings was first presented to me, I had to think through, how do you honor what was created and what occurred, back in the 20s and 30s and 40s and 50s, because you don't want to dishonor it. You want to do it in a way that respects and appreciates the history and the role that the YMCA played during that time. And I think we also recognize that we're dealing with a new set of challenges today. They may look similar, but there's new things about them. And there's an absolute opportunity for us as a YMCA to be a part of the solution, to bring people together in our communities, to build community. I've heard Monster Meetings referred to as mass education events. And I think mass education is just as important today as it was back when Monster Meetings first occurred.
So very excited about bringing back the Monster Meetings. And now that the Ortho Foundation YMCA is established because of the Senate Avenue, Fall Creek, and Pike YMCA, it's just perfect timing for us to bring the Monster Meetings back, which will, this year, our subject is racial reconciliation. And so it fits perfectly.
So one of the challenges in our YMCA movement is we do so many things, and that there are certain things that are so visible that people connect our work solely with gym and swim, solely with resident camp or summer camp, or where your kids come to get involved in activities. And they don't always appreciate or recognize the broader role of the YMCA in really being a convener of community, bringing people together to take on big challenges and make a big difference.